what I was saying. So they want you to stay in this thought process of the situation surrounding this masculine and everything that you went through, and hoping that it would put you back in that low level energy. But you literally cut the cord on this connection with this karmic masculine, which released your responsibilities of anything that's going on because you see what's going on. It's just that in order to keep you from healing, this karmic masculine had to keep you in a karmic cycle, because the karmic feminine and the divine masculine weren't keeping you in that cycle, because they agreed to work with divine feminine's mom to keep divine feminine from figuring out or from healing, because divine feminine's mom already gave a narrative of divine feminine being the attacker. And everything that these people feel like divine feminine deserve is going to backfire on divine feminine's mom, which is what she deserves, because why are you out here overdoing your part when it's been called for you to fall back? Just like when your mother asks for you to call off your guard dogs or whatever, is the same that the ancestors caused for your mom to do, was to stop attacking, because you feel me? Because when you're the mother, you know, when you're the child, you have no authority. But when you get old enough to take flight, they need to allow you to take flight instead of keeping you stuck, because without you they'll have nothing, or they won't know how to function, or whatever the case may be. But just take what you learn from your child. And nobody said that, but it's like they give credit where credit is due, and it's like everything that you accomplished was because of your child. And it's like, yes, because my child has opened my eyes, that fresh pair of eyes, and all sorts of like that. You need to learn how to change the subject. I don't know. If you were truly putting in the work to grow, I'm speaking too fast. If you was putting in the work, you would be growing. But for you to be stuck in the same place, actually, you're growing and they're losing. Like, things are falling apart for them. And things are, because, yeah. But when it comes down to giving people their credit, the work has to be done first. Sometimes this masculine doesn't want to make a decision, because if he makes a decision and there's a negative outcome, he'll feel responsible for that outcome. But you can't let your past scare you from making decisions because of what the outcome might be, because the outcome might not even be what you assume it to be. You just have to try. It might be even better. And that's what you was working towards, making your own decisions, not making it to please other people because you find yourself in situations that you didn't want to be in because, it's like, yes, you're happy, but the fact that, like you're still moving like it was all you instead of including the person that like say thank you, show gratitude, give something back in return to show your, and it's not selfish to want something, but when you like when you feel obligated to receive something. And it's not selfish because you are in your healing journey. So everything that you're about to receive, you deserve it because you were doing things out of good intent for people because you understood their situation and you wanted them to heal, but they didn't want to put the work in, so they made you do it. This and like they just got greedy, or because they weren't doing it as fast as you did, or whatever. And because you uh guided them in the right direction, you received a reward for that. Instead of saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna help you, but you got to do this first before I can help you. And then it's like, oh, you're very capable and you're very reliable. Okay, now I need you to do this before. No, because when Divine Feminine does this, let me help you so you could get on your journey, so you get on to the next level. Y'all want to prolong stuff because y'all want to continue to receive, and when they do put you on the right path, the most that you will give them is a thank you, because that's all you can muster out right now because you've done so much and it's got stolen, so you have to retrieve it, and now you're tired, so it's like, okay, thank you, so you want to go and enjoy it, but they're looking for their portions right then and there, and it's like, well, let me go do this and the third, and when I'm done, I'll give it to you. They're like, no, I don't do that. I don't do hand-me-downs. I don't do this, that, and the third, and it's like, well, it's not yours, it's mine. I don't have to let you see nothing. But for whatever situation, the outcome, you were grateful. You're getting this new beginning. It was tough love. That's what you chalk it up to, tough love. And they're going to have to absorb the same thing. You're showing them tough love just like they showed you in order to get to where you're at. So now you know how to help them or something. But it's like, if what you did to me is going to help me help you, why are you not able to help yourself? Because it's like you would rather do things for other people before you do it for yourself type stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, you might run into people, they're going to ask you questions. The best answer you could give them is, I don't know, or nothing, or like just don't tell them nothing at all. Because you could be out on vacation, you could run into somebody and they be like, oh, yeah, where you staying at? And you say, oh, no, I'm leaving tonight. I ain't staying my trip over with. And then they'd be like, oh, I thought you was leaving. You could be like, oh, I extended my stay. And it's, oh, where you staying at? It's like, oh, I just checked out, or whatever the case may be. When they say too absorbent, that could mean you're too trusting. Like, you accept people too quickly and then you're blinded by their intentions. The money you get is going to be clean. You ain't got to worry about no negative attachments to the money that you're going to receive. You could have a business where you take in troubled teens, or you just take in teens to keep them busy off the streets, educate them, and open up their, capabilities. I don't know about them. So because you walked away, these karmics got exposed. You and this karmic masculine, because the karmic feminine couldn't find any other masculines to uh, try to connect with divine feminine, and they tried to even use other feminines, but it's like the energy you picked up on, like you was starting to come back, and then something happened, and then it put you back into this hole, and then they started doing what they were doing. Um, because of who the attackers were, you were okay with taking the fall for them because you were protecting them, because you didn't want to lose them. You didn't want to see them, you didn't want to see them in that state. When you realized they were doing it on purpose, and it's like you heard the energy, but you didn't know that it was coming from this person. So when you found out that this was coming from your mother, your whole everything just like, it's like you went just you went super pale. Like imagine being my skin tone going pale. Like you were in shock, you were devastated, you were hurt, broken, like just shattered, like everything. So, oh man, now that you're aware, oh, hmm. So it's like even to the point where you even thought like, okay, I'm not gonna say too much, or I'll keep quiet. It's like you cleared up 500 attacks in 1 month or 1 to 2 years or whatever. Even though those 500 attacks happened over the course of 22 years, you still healed yourself and moved forward, causing your attacker to receive their karma day after day after day. And it's like they, you know, couldn't take it no more. And that's why they got all these people and all that type of stuff like that. And because you didn't care about these third party karmas, because you were still, level headed or something like that, the confusion of how you felt about these karmics versus how your family felt, which is why your family teamed up with your attacker, because your family don't know that this attacker recruited other motherfuckers. This attacker is telling us, yeah, that's what she think about y'all and blah 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 blah. But whole time while you're cleansing your energy or calling back your energy or stepping back to your power or getting rid of the energies that try to imitate you, um it was exposing what your attacker felt about the family, and the attacker accused you of feeling that way about, because the energy got to come from somewhere. This, and the third, blah 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 blah, just like that. Figuring that if they found out, they were going to attack her, but instead they ended up attacking Divine Feminine, who didn't deserve it. And because Divine Feminine is how she is, you know. And they said, how is that? Blessed? Fuck you talking about. They thought that when you came into your power, you was gonna go cool. But you had already been in your power and you already dealt with the situation and you let bygones be bygones. And that was the problem. You continue to let things slide when you should have addressed the situation, making it seem like you weren't about that life. But that's not your battle. You knew enough to not break character for anybody because, you know. So you gave it up to God, had him deal with it, and started receiving karma, and then, getting mad. Just like, why is all this stuff happening to me, and why is it never happening to her, and blah, 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 blah. Now, oh my goodness. The difference between karmic feminine and divine feminine is not desperate for this fairy tale just because I never had it type energy. I'm gonna force a motherfucker to be with me because I don't want to be alone just so I could say that I have somebody. No, that was never the case. So while this masculine is going through this downfall with this karmic, he's still keeping his faith because he knows that God didn't, like, you know, he's starting to realize that now he felt like when situations happen, he was left alone, but it was just like, how can I be there for you when you're talking to me crazy? Like, I'm doing all this, then a third, and you're talking about what I like. When in reality, I'm actually over here doing this. But if that's how you feel about me, I'm gonna let you have that because why would you think of me that way when I'm putting my everything, I'm doing my hardest to make sure that you're okay. So something in you knew that these karmic masculines were fake because no masculine is going to have all the answers that you are, oh my God, my masculine is going to be this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. He's going to say blah, 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 blah. And for the, just to randomly out the blue, like, make you think you in the right spot. I don't know, I'm sitting here thinking like how you can listen to somebody all day, every day, and still get finessed by these false masculines. But that's because you didn't look at it that way. You was using, as an outlet. And it's like, you didn't expect the connection to come out of, I don't know. And it's like, to stop all of this toxicness, you were willing to keep people at bay so that they're, so they wouldn't be tempted to attack you, and so that, you can use your abilities, your gifts, your creativity to bring in the money that you could then give to motherfuckers in need. But because they wanted to be the face of it, they wanted to be the one, because they have a family full of members and they're all in competition to see who's going to be better than who. Why are you in competition with your own family? And then it's family and extended family. No. How about we work together to get to where we're going? So when we're compared with other families, that can be the competition, not towards each other. And not, oh, you know, competition between cousins and all type of stuff like that. Like, my female better than yours, and my female to beat your female up, and all type of, like, this is not a dog fight. And this masculine is feeling like he doesn't get the fulfillment out of the relationship that he wants. Like, he's doing all this, that, and the third, but where's his attention and affection and all types of stuff like that? And if he expresses that he wants that type of love, this karmic feminine will think he's soft and she'll leave him, and he's not able to afford anything. And then he thinks about divine feminine, who was always there. It's like, and then divine and the karmic feminine playing on looks, trying to make divine feminine feel less attractive, but that's not the case. Because if the masculine is not attracted to divine feminine, she will pick up on that and move around. So this masculine could have asked the karmic, what's your intentions? Are you going to help me get her? Because the initial was because he was trying to connect with divine feminine and didn't know how to communicate with her. But this karmic feminine said that she did, and she'll relay the messages, and she never relayed the messages. She manipulated this masculine and got him to believe that she was the feminine and that divine feminine was the karmic and all that type of stuff like that. Because she was in competition, because her person was reminiscing about divine feminine and feeling like she needed to attack divine feminine because her man was lusting after divine feminine. And the karmic's getting in this karmic feminine ear about some stuff. If you're feeling a wave of stress or worry, don't worry about it. It's just these karmics going through their karma and calling on you to help them, but you can't help them. Because you're too busy healing from all of their attacks out of jealousy. So the small amount given to you is your token. It's like the next level of getting the big amount. So this small amount is to get your paperwork in order so that you could transfer everything over that you're going to need, or fill out paperwork that you're going to need. And don't be afraid, because you done walked away from what you need to walk away from. And everybody involved, none left behind, because they'll try to get you in that comfort zone, and then, because that's what they learn from watching your attacker do that to you. So they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm the victim, I didn't know what was going on, blah 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 blah, just so they could continue on that cycle. And it's like, you're stupid, because if you try to continue on that cycle, it's over with, which they are gonna do. But so when you knew what you did was wrong, you apologized, you tried to make amends and all types of stuff like that, and your attacker felt like you were just rushing through the process trying to hurry up. But that's how quickly you forgave. Like, you did the root work, you did what you needed to do, you realized your situations and mistakes and stuff, and you tried to correct them. But she didn't want you to correct them, because then it would have proved her participation, because she knew the shit was awful wise. And that was her mission all along, because of what she said Divine Feminine felt about her family is what she feel. And as long as y'all thinking that Divine Feminine is the one with the problem, y'all won't look at that person. So you making all the, yeah. And then when that person, because of the authority they have over Divine Feminine, and the connection with these third-party karmics and these false masculines, so this opportunity is for yourself. They gave you a small amount already, and you used it for yourself on top of being responsible with it. So if they give you a little bit more, you could take care of all of your debts and